Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We're at Terminal 2 today and Barcelona with the LatinVFR scenery. A little bit impacted by Sim Update 5. It's got the, like every other scenery out there at the moment, it's got the custom jet bridge missing bug at the moment. Welcome to the commentator, William, Hayden, our channel members tuning in so far. Very warm welcome to you guys, hope you're well. Hey Up Aviation Simulation and Garlic Games 2 as well. And Cythera, another channel member, hello, hope you're alright. I'm very well, thank you, thanks for asking. Nice little route today. We're flying Air Arabia Marrokech and we're at stand 124, joined by quite a few other people, so thanks to those of you who are flying along today. Hope you have a nice flight alongside myself. Really nice scenery by LatinVFR, but of course, like quite a bit of other scenery at the moment, some of the jetways seem to be missing and require a couple of reloads, so that's why that's missing at the moment. But here we are, stand 124, Terminal 2. Dan Upstone and David A, good morning to you guys, welcome. And Barcelona is a bit misty looking, little bit of light rain as well, although it's not really on the METAR strictly. We've got a Vueling over there, there's another Air Arabia. And we're departing 25 left at the moment. Oh, there's another British Av Geek over there. It's some of the best scenery that you can get at the moment on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Not that we can see through the haze, but it is really, really very nice. It's available to download via our channel partner, Contrail. Or our stream sponsor, stream partner, Contrail. But here we go. Air Arabia. Nice 4K livery available to download on flightsim.to, and we've got the Luke Air tool as well in place for our departure safety announcements too. QNH of 1015, cruise of 37,000 feet, and I'll show you guys Navigraph. We've got a bit of a complex departure taxi route today. Thankfully there are actually some charts that tell you for arrivals and departures runway 25 left. We're here at this little jut here. We're basically going to taxi Bravo to Bravo 7, Foxtrot November, Delta 5, cross runway 25 right, down Delta, onto Kilo, and then down to Golf 2. The low-vis procedures, if they were in place, we would hold at Kilo 2 here, which is the little ladder symbol. That's the protection of the ILS, so that's the hold point for low-vis procedures. That's what that means on the charts, guys. Departure routing, we have gone for, where is it? LOTOS for Quebec departure. So taking off runway 25 left. We've then going to the number 1 there. Due to environmental issues and except for safety reasons, turning to the left will begin no later than reaching 500 feet. Do not overshoot Barcelona radial 235 on initial turn. So basically we've got to take off and very quickly turn left, so we're going to manually fly it probably to Dotis at or above 3,000, or at least until we get into this turn here, and then we're going to fly outbound heading of 234 and then all the way to LOTOS, where we have to be at or above flight level 100 at that point. And then we're going to make our way to the brand new PerfectSoft Studios Marrakech Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it looks fantastic. I'm sure those of you who have seen the thumbnail for today's stream will have seen the amount of detail as a bit of a teaser. DC Mile, hello to you. Jay Newbury won yesterday, and they're currently organising the getting the prize to him. Alberto, good morning to you. Are you flying along today? And Brian, another channel member, welcome to you as well. Hope you guys are okay. And Matthew Presley in the chat as well, another channel member, hello to you. Hope you're well. With a question straight in from our CRJ real life captain. Now, who knows when the ILS critical area is active, at least in the States?
Barcelona traffic, Royal Air Marrokech 666 Golf at stand 121, engine start and pushback, walk its way to Ryanair A3, Boeing 738, passing behind. Barcelona
That's the
traffic.
flight deck door locked.
Barcelona traffic, 3 times with fuel tanking, following 1.25 left by Lima
Barcelona traffic at Arabia Marrkech 370 Alpha at stand 124, QNH 1015, and push start in turn, number 3 I believe. Alberto, awesome.
Barcelona traffic, Air Marrkech 414. That'll be push and start from 127, I guess number 4.
On to gaming, hello to you, welcome. Let's get this ready to go. We've got a tug ready. We're waiting for them, I believe. Not sure if the Osprey aircraft there is giving way to us or not. So we can start a pushback. Cool tug. In she comes. Yeah, tomorrow we've got a really nice little route. So it's been a long time actually since we were doing it. We're going to be flying across Brazil. Red, good morning. I'll break off. Push back.
Ryanair 2 Juliet X-ray, do you want to pass or hold, please?
Oof. Some horrible. I can't see a Ryanair, is that just my bad vision? So he is taxiing. Will be clear, I'm sure. So engine 2 starts. Start the clock. Backs are off. Dan, thanks. We're clear now anyway. Let's check the other sides. There he is. Jolly good. Wesley, g'day to you, welcome. We've got the Air Arabia Marrkech safety demonstration as well to play. Father Luke Airtool. Reese, hello. Any tips? Just find what comes naturally to you, I guess. I'm certainly not very much of a professional myself. Oof. Might have turned a bit too late there. Who knows? Sure we'll be okay. Darvax, hello, nice one. I'm getting weird lockups on the sim here today. I've updated to this latest experimental branch with the in-op stickers. Whoa. That's going to be centre. Let's kill the tug. Push back a bit more actually, help him out. Safety demonstration, we'll be able to hear it, but I won't be able to play it, just because I don't want to reach any copyright issues there. It's lovely indeed, and hello to you, good morning. And yeah, the weather's not great, but secondary to that, we don't have a weather radar. Ooh. Who is that? Laps 1 plus F.
Barcelona traffic, Royal Air Marrkech 686 Golf, taxiing via Bravo, Bravo 7, Foxtrot November, Delta, hold short 25 right, Barcelona traffic.
Barcelona traffic, Arabia Marrkech 370 Alpha is following the traffic ahead to hold short 25 right.
Welcome on board this Air Arabia Airbus A320 aircraft. Your safety is important to us. Please pay attention to the safety instructions of this aircraft.
مرحبا بك على متن طائرة العربية للطيران من طراز ايرباص A320. سلامتك تهمنا، لذا نرجو منك الانتباه جيدا لتعليمات السلامة الخاصة بهذه الطائرة.
Your seatbelt must be securely fastened when you are seated. Insert the flap tip into the buckle and pull the strap. To unfasten, just lift the buckle.
الرجاء ربط حزام الأمان بإحكام أثناء الجلوس. لربط الحزام أدخل القطعة
Barcelona traffic, Arabia Morocco 69, Marrkech 123, QNH 1016, pushing
If
back.
oxygen masks drop down, pull it towards you. Place it over your nose and mouth. Adjust the elastic bands and breathe normally.
Don't forget the Gleam
secure
giveaway that's in the
your
live
mask
chat, guys.
before
There's only
assisting
one day
others.
left to enter that.
في حال نزول كمامات الأكسجين اسحبها باتجاهك ثم ضعها فوق أنفك وفمك. اسحب الشريط المطاطي وتنفس بشكل طبيعي، وتذكر ثبت كمامتك أولا ثم قم بمساعدة الآخرين.
There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft. 2 doors at the front, 2 at the back, and 4 emergency windows over the wings. Each exit is equipped with an automatic evacuation slide.
هناك 8 مخارج طوارئ على متن هذه الطائرة، بابان في المقدمة وبابان في المؤخرة، و4 نوافذ طوارئ فوق الأجنحة. كل مخرج مزود
Cooper, hello to you. Welcome. Very well, thanks. Hope you're okay.
Emergency path lighting has been placed on the floor to guide you to the nearest exit.
سوف ترشدك أضواء الطوارئ الموجودة في الممرات الأرضية إلى أقرب مخرج نجاة.
Your life jacket is stored under your seat. When instructed by the crew, place
Now,
the
there was
jacket over
somebody
your
on
head, wrap the
finals.
strap around your waist, and tie it securely.
Don't know if they've already touched
Inflate the
down.
life jacket by pulling both red tabs firmly downwards. The life jacket can
Cloud base
also
seems to be
inflated
lifting.
by
We're getting more
blowing into the
visibility
red
over
tubes. Do not inflate
the
the
side.
life jacket until
Beautiful scenery
instructed
over
by
there.
the crew and until you are outside the aircraft.
سترة النجاة موضوعة تحت مقعدك. عندما يطلب منك طاقم الطائرة
There's a Vueling
حول
flight
عنقك،
on
ثم
finals.
لف الشريط حول خصرك واربطها بإحكام. قم بنفخ السترة عبر سحب المرابط الحمراء بقوة نحو الأسفل. يمكنك أيضا نفخ السترة عند الحاجة عبر الأنابيب الحمراء. لا تنفخ سترة النجاة إلا عند صدور تعليمات الطاقم وعند مغادرتك للطائرة.
Smoking and drinking alcohol is strictly forbidden on board, and all
I think he's
toilets
landed
are
on two.
equipped with
If that's
smoke
him there, he's landed on the wrong
التدخين
runway.
والمشروبات الكحولية ممنوعة في كافة أرجاء الطائرة، كما أن جميع دورات المياه مزودة
There's a Vueling on
بأجهزة
25
كاشفة
left.
للدخان.
All mobile phones and
Barcelona
electronic
traffic,
devices must be switched off
Arabia
until
Morocco
the
370
aircraft is
Alpha
landed
crossing
and
runway
stopped
25 right.
completely.
يجب إطفاء جميع الهواتف المحمولة
strobes
والأجهزة
are on.
الإلكترونية، ويجب
We
عدم
are clear to
تشغيلها إلى
cross.
حين هبوط الطائرة وتوقفها تماما.
The safety instructions card is located in the seat pocket in front of you. Please read it carefully.
جميع التعليمات موجودة في بطاقة إرشادات السلامة الموضوعة في جيب المقعد الذي أمامك.
Right, awesome.
قراءتها بعناية.
Thank you for your attention. We wish you a pleasant flight with Air Arabia.
نشكر لك حسن الانتباه ونتمنى لك رحلة ممتعة مع العربية للطيران.
There's some of the best scenery in Microsoft Flight Simulator right now. Barcelona traffic, Arabia Morocco 370 Alpha is clear of runway 25 right, and continue taxi to Hold Point Golf 2 runway 25 left via Delta Kilo.
Barcelona traffic, Arabia Morocco, 69 Marrkech, 3 taxi to runway 25 right via Bravo.
There's the Arabia safety demonstration.
Barcelona traffic.
Barcelona traffic, Arabia Morocco 414 is clear 25 right, continuing Delta Kilo, holding 25 left.
Oh, where's my cursor? There we go. Decimo, go for it. Yeah, I'm always happy if, provided people are confident with VATSIM, I'm always happy for people to join me, because that's the whole point of this community with the channel. And it makes it a lot nicer when we all fly together as a bit of a rabble. I think it's quite nice. No GNT, sadly, as the commentator's saying today on this Arabia Morocco flight. Probably not an airline I would usually choose, but great little route today into Manara to check out this stunning new scenery by PerfectSoft. And of course, if you want to get your hands on this Barcelona scenery, you can get hold of the LatinVFR Barcelona via the Contrail web shop, which is just contrail.shop. They've got a fantastic installer as well.
Barcelona traffic, Air India 204, push and start terminal 2.
Some horrendous pink liveries and things going on there. Beautiful textures. There's our first airborne. Off he goes with usually an immediate left turn. It's lovely, yeah. That sounds like a really good transition across, but I think isn't that an expensive version?
Please prepare for takeoff.
Lovely. You guys will hear my voice on that announcement soon.
Via Golf 2, lining up 25 left, Barcelona traffic.
Barcelona traffic, Arabia Morocco 69 Marrkech, request runway 25 right.
So here's the ladder for low-vis procedures, the red bar, and Cat 2, Cat 3 ILS. I'm gonna hold. Oh, those brakes are very sensitive. Barcelona traffic. Arabia Morocco 370 Alpha is going to line up in turn via Golf 3. Try and get a real good screenshot here. If I can. DJ Krasi in the States, good morning to you. Hope you're well.
Arabia Morocco 414 is going to hold at Golf to wait in turn.
And Murad in Australia, wow, really good international audience today, love it. It's fantastic. We've got South America, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and the States covered.
Runway 25 left on the LOTOS for Quebec departure, Barcelona traffic.
How's that for a view, eh? Look at that. Let's time it right. Wow, that's a cool view. For a screenshot, I'm sure you guys will agree. That'll go onto Twitter, of course. Cruising flight level 370 today. For myself, William. Barcelona traffic, Arabia Morocco 370 Alpha via Golf 3, line up and wait. Runway 25 left, Barcelona traffic. Doctor on board, of course, yes. My apologies. And Denmark, wow.
Barcelona traffic, Royal Air Morocco 686 Golf, passing 500 feet, making left turn.
Look at that. Off he goes with that sharp left. Looks awesome. Ah. Richard Adams, hello to you.
Barcelona traffic, Welling 74 Romeo Zulu, radio check.
Readability 5.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, there's a pink livery. Similar routing, so we'll give them a few minutes wherever we gone here. It's such a stunning bit of airport scenery. Okay. Hayden in Sweden. Page to you. That's all good. We got landing lights on. That's all ready. Start the clock. Park brake off. nose wheel forwards, so stick forwards. Barcelona traffic, Arabian Marrkech 370 Alpha, departing runway 25 left, Luto for Quebec departure. Barcelona traffic. Hayden, it's basically the experimental branch, this is. Flex, SRS, runway,
traffic,
speeds alive.
414 was lined up on 25 left behind the departing traffic.
And again with the A320 guys, when we get to 80 knots we start to bring that pressure off the nose stick, which I've just done now, that's neutral. We've got a 5 knot crosswind.
Barcelona traffic, Arabian Marrkech 69 Marrakech rate.
There you are, rotate.
Kilo 3, I think. Barcelona traffic.
Letting a crab into wind there. And straight away with the left turn.
Correction, goal 3. Arabian Marrkech 69 Marrakech.
Barcelona traffic at Arabia Marrkech 370 Alpha on the left turn on the departure. We can manually fly this for a short period of time. Through the weather.
Barcelona traffic, Arabian Marrkech 69 Marrakech 3, holding short, goal 3, will land
How are we doing here?
left after the point traffic.
There we go, look at that. We're manually flying this still. Leave a climb. Done. Let's put her in autopilot now. Commentator, it's actually the departure routing. So before 500 feet you have to commence a left turn, basically, with that particular departure we've done today, which is really fun. We're at flex, let's come off the chrono. Coming up to S. Oh my god, Greer. Yeah, cheers. Oh dear. I was getting too into flying that myself then. There we go, that's a bit quieter, isn't it? And get rid of the flaps. With that, ground spoilers disarmed.
Barcelona traffic, Arabian Marrkech 414, departing 25 left.
Look at the cloud.
On the LOTOS for Pushback departure.
Husky, thanks for subscribing, welcome on board. And I'm not afraid, no, I haven't used the new FS2, oh look at that rainbow. I haven't used the new Flybywire FS2 crew add-on pack.
Barcelona traffic, Arabian Marrkech 69 Marrakech 3, runway 25 left, Barcelona traffic.
Yeah, Keith, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yeah, on the inbound flight, or the outbound flight from Marrakech to Barcelona, the pilots are a bit too heavy on the brakes there. On departure, on the touchdown, so we're just cooling the brakes down a little bit, like Keith said there. Oh dear. That's the second time in 2 weeks I've done that. Madness, isn't it? Look at that though, wow. Stunning. Oh, there we go. MSFS, good old random lining. Cooper, yeah, definitely. In fact, I was discussing on Discord the other day that I want to complete a Australian flight. Up to 10,000. Look at the clouds. They're all off, lights are off as required. Supersonics can come off now as well. Look at that.
Barcelona traffic, Arabian Marrkech 69 Marrakech 3, taking off runway 25 left via the LOTOS.
Insanely realistic. And accelerating up to our proper climb speeds now, about 290 knots. Dan, I just clicked clear, and then with clear selected I then clicked on the discontinuity that I wanted to remove. Mikhail, no I haven't actually, I don't think. Have I done Florence yet? I don't think I've even operated into Florence in the sim yet. So our route today takes us down the east coast of Spain, down to Valencia, over a bit of land, down towards Almeria. We're then going to transition over Almeria Airport, but of course we're going to be at 37,000 feet at that point, over the Mediterranean, past Al Hoceima, and then across North Africa down to Manara, Marrakech. Deadleg Media in the States, good morning to you. And Flight Sim Netherlands, hello to you. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget to give us a like while you're here, guys. And if you've not hit subscribe, do click subscribe and then come and say hello in the live chat. Don't forget, we've got 1 day left of the giveaway that we've had running courtesy of MM Simulations over the last week or so via the Gleam link that Nightbot pops into the live chats every few minutes at random. That closes tomorrow, I believe, so if you've not yet entered that, make sure you take a little look at that. Ryan, hello to you. Welcome. I'm very well, thanks. Hope you're alright. Naples is a fantastic one, Mikhail, as well. Naples, there's a particular departure, though I always seem to forget which one it is, but there's a particular departure out of Naples that takes you over the city and a bit of an arc all the way around, and it's incredibly scenic, especially for like wing views. How are we doing here? We can get rid of those VORs, we don't need those. Ryan, it doesn't, sadly, no. So if you want to use this custom flight plan manager branch, which is what we're using today, you'll notice there are now lots of stickers. So terrain doesn't work, weather radar doesn't work. What else? There we go. Terrain over there doesn't work either. Amongst a few other things too. One of the big things with this, that if you're using the experimental branch, by the way, is you will need to manually activate approach phase when you get closer to the airfield. It will not do it for you yet. So there's a lot of things that are quite rough around the edges with this. And Dr. On Board, indeed, yes, Aviation Simulation came up with this little route today. We were discussing it on Discord the other day when PerfectSoft got in touch with me and asked me to take a look at their new Manara Scenery, which is what we're flying into today. And we had a couple of routes that were being fired around on Discord for us to use, and the Barcelona route here was found by Aviation Simulation. A really nice little route, actually. Ryan, what would I suggest the most? That's a really good question. Not 100% sure, to be honest with you. The experimental version is very good, but you need to understand the limitations with it, and that some of it doesn't work. The approach mode button is the one that catches most people out, I think. So providing you can work around those bits that we know don't work at the moment as known issues, then you'll be absolutely fine with this experimental branch. And of course then you get to enjoy the custom flight plan manager in its early infancy. Can't do holds yet though, sadly. That'll come. Look at that cloud off in the distance there. That's spectacular. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator live weather as always. Excuse your ears for just a second. Look at that. It's a cracking livery. Just want to check out the weather on the other side. Jason, the ETA is at the top of your screen. Where we got? Where's that bit of light cloud over there? There we go. Look at that. Cracking livery, and that is some fantastic weather in the sim. Looks like we're going to be climbing into that high level cloud as well. Leo, are you trying to change it on the ground before departure by any chance? If you're trying to do it in the air and it's not working, make sure you're putting in all of your flight plan via the MCDU here. Don't do it via the world map. There's that giveaway link again. Live for one more day. 9 prizes to win via that link. All of equal value, of course. Let's have a little look-see. 530 entries so far with 34 hours left. As the theorist saying there, the experimental branch, if things go wrong, it can go very wrong, but it's got the newest things in it. And the dev branch at the moment is a lot more stable, but it doesn't have the custom flight plan manager inside of it, and that's the difference. Basically, the experimental is just, that experimental version has been brought back to life just for this custom flight plan manager. Which is very nice. That's what I've been using for the last 2 weeks on the streams, giving you guys a bit of a preview of what to expect. I kind of was hoping it was going to go into the development branch though, to be honest. But of course it is missing the weather radar and terrain maps and things still, which is a little frustrating. Zorgmeister, hello, welcome. Gabriel, welcome on board. Cooper, yes. It's in the A32NX. It's actually an issue with the default flight plan. So try the experimental branch and see how you get on. That's got this new custom flight plan manager inside of it. There's the coast of Spain down there. That high level cloud is phenomenal, isn't it? Looks so very good. Zuvix, hello to you, welcome. How are you? Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us today for this little flight. Aviation simulation, nice. Never thought I'd hear that. Got quite a good little route today. We've got Valencia, passing overhead that shortly, and we're directly over the airfield for that. And then to the left of us as we make our way, we're going to pass Alicante, Cartagena, and then we're going to pass directly over Almeria Airport before passing over the Alboran Sea. Across into Moroccan airspace. We're going to be heading over Al Hoceima, Fez, and then descending down into Marrakech. Really nice little flight. On our left at the moment it's Palma, and of course then we've also got Ibiza off in the distance. Not sure we'll be able to see it through this cloud, of course. We can try. Let's see, what hotkeys? Hotkeys. There we go. Yeah, we're not going to see that. William, hello. Just taxiing to the hold point. Good grief. Give me shelter. I sure will give the rock apes a wave. Aviation simulation, I haven't yet figured that out yet, actually. Vitchik, hello to you, welcome. Hoping for a calm landing. Fingers crossed. Let's hope. Jay, hello to you as well. Later today, you're going to be flying Barcelona to Catania. Nice. Nice little route. I've not flown into Catania yet, actually, to be honest, on our channel. It's a route I should probably do at some point soon. Ah, William, that was you, Vueling. I thought I recognised the voice. Richard P, good afternoon as well. Hello. Hope you're all right and enjoying the fact we're flying the A32NX today, of course, too. Dwell's asking, what's the 3 bar indicators on the left-hand display? Is that VNE? Scenic with flaps are out but not winning cruise. Yeah, basically, if you go into the red bars that are above the speed, that's overspeed. If you see the red bars or the barber pole below your speed, that means you're getting close to stalling. And ideally you don't want to go into the red bars. You'll either enter alpha protection of some sort or overspeed protection. Yeah, we're not going to see Ibiza off in the distance with this clouds. Don't even think we're going to see Valencia, which is coming up in 70 miles or so on the nose through. We'll try and have a look for it. We could do one of those YouTube cockpit camera things when you get the pilots mounting. Oops. Mounting the camera like that. Zorgmeister, also you can tell you can tell your mates at LatinVFR that I've just bought Madrid and Barcelona because you've recommended it. Oh, they don't give me any coppers, sadly, from recommendations. So if I wish they did. That'd be fantastic. There's absolutely no incentive to me recommending stuff. So, I mean, this is good in a way, because it means that if I think it's rubbish, I'll tell you guys it's rubbish. Not looked into the star yet. Velox, I'm only doing the outbound today, of course. Ryan, thanks as always, answering the questions with great detail. Really appreciate it. Great stream and channel. Thanks for the kind comments. Glad you are enjoying it. That down there should be Valencia coming up into view. We might see little cracks of it through the cloud there. Cheetah, ever been to Marrakech? I haven't actually, no. Ever. As a tourist or as crew. Zorgmeister, I'm using Streamlabs. One Shot Racing's enjoying the graphics. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? I'm running it on 1080p. I've got it all on a blend of high and ultra, because I find I don't need to whack everything up to ultra, and I still get beautiful graphics like this. Last time I went to North Africa on holiday, it was Tunisia, and it was pretty rubbish. I wouldn't go back there again. How many we got flying along? Wow, we got a fantastic line of pilots today flying along. William, when you depart, do a direct to Lotus and cut out the star. We've got a Ryanair flight down below, heading to Fuerteventura. Below or above? What's their altitude at the moment? 35,000 feet. We've got Dan ahead of us. There, he's pretty much on top of or next to that Ryanair flight going to Fuerteventura. Then myself. We've got aviation simulation behind. We've got Mach 414. We've got Royal Air Maroc, I think it is. Or no, Air Arabia 371. That's Darvax. Got Air Arabia 371. No, that's the same person, that's just the lag. We've got Air India 204 heading to Menara as well, having just departed, and we've got William Vueling 74 Romeo Zulu about to depart for Marrakech 2. We've got Kafel as well, actually, Vueling 9031. He departed about 20-30 minutes ago by the looks of it on Valanta. Not sure if he's on... not sure if he's on VATSIM though. Aidan, wow, Marrakech is really nice. Best advice is to explore the city and area. Interesting. I've always sort of been sort of told or advised to avoid North Africa these days with the way the world is. We should be looking out for Valencia. It's literally directly ahead of us at the moment. So where's the nose? Nose is there. Valencia Airport, I think it's literally just underneath this cloud here. Could be that actually, this whole city here could be Valencia. That would make sense. Oh, it's great for spacing, William. Yeah, we look actually quite nicely spaced out. Ryan's asking, with VATSIM, what stops random people on the same server who are not on the platform just doing what they want? Is it separate when connected to the VATSIM network? So what you want to do is turn off any of the MSFS multiplayer settings, turn it all off completely, and you want to then just connect to the VATSIM network itself. VATSIM feeds in all of the traffic from its own server into our simulator. That's a great question. But yeah, basically you don't need any of the multiplayer settings whatsoever. Kareem, hello, welcome. Morocco's safe, nothing to worry about. That's nice, that's good to hear. I would love to visit one day. I'd love to go around like the markets and things like that. Done that in Kuwait and had a fantastic time. That is the Middle East, of course, but... Right, no worries. So I think in the menu itself on Microsoft Flight Simulator, you get a couple of options, don't you? You've got within the settings where you select the weather and things, you've got live traffic, all players or none, and then you've got AI traffic and a few other settings. Basically turn both of those toggles off, and then inside the menu you want to set there's a little setting within it somewhere saying set aircraft ground density to 0, or aircraft ground density. You want to make sure that setting is on 0, so when you spawn you don't have lots of statics everywhere blocking up your stands, or confusing things when you get given a stand on VATSIM that is then blocked by a static aircraft. Valencia down below, let's go external. Well, let's try and get away from the aeroplane, shall we? Get that volume down for you guys. You'll end the stream needing a hearing aid otherwise. Oh wow, look at that. Looking out for Valencia. Ah, there's the airport. Well, looks like we're going to be going straight over that. Nick T, hello, welcome. There we go, it's rendering in a bit better now. There's the airport. There's Valencia. Right, you can see the terminal really nicely as well, and all the red taxiway markings. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Dodge on Border will be flying over Almeria. Indeed. It's actually where my dad lives. So I'll be looking forward to checking that out in the sim. Look at that sort of earth down below there. It's beautiful. Look at that. That's quite spectacular, isn't it? I do miss flying. Got to try and get a screenshot of that, surely. Wow. That's fantastic. Ernie, nope, stream's still live. It's better with the tranquility of the flight deck. Ernie, no worries. In the next, I think maybe 20 minutes or so, we're going to be heading over Almeria. When we cross Almeria, further across down the coast, that's where Malaga is. So obviously we flew into that the other week. That's pretty fantastic. We've got to get some views out the wings, I think, for that. Look at that. Spy. I don't think I have bumped up the LODs. I've just got it set to 150, I think, for object level of detail and terrain level of detail. I think they're both on 150. I might have terrain level of detail on 200, but that is beautiful. Look at that. And you can see the curvature of the Earth as well. That blue. Ronald, welcome on board. Thanks for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the flight so far. Sneaky Larry, is what available at the marketplace? check out, what other views do we have here? Let's check out, I think it's Alt 9 it must be then. There we go, look at that. Zorgmeister, is that the one in userconfig.opt? Is that the one that you can edit via the notepad stuff? I think mine's either 2 or 3. I feel like it's at 3. I mean, it's pretty stunning, isn't it, down below? Obviously, you want to make sure that you've got your Bing map data switched to on in data settings on the menu too. And make sure you don't have a data cap on either. Sneaky Larry, no, it's available on Sim Market, I believe, at the moment. And I think only on Sim Market for the time being. The link is in the description though, if you guys want to check it out. It is, from what I've seen actually, and from what you guys are going to see today, it is in my opinion reasonably priced. And it looks fantastic. Qantas 001, welcome aboard. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget guys, give us a like while you're here. And runway 28 in use at Manara. Are we doing the RNAV or the VOR DME approach? Ooh, that's a good question. I know RNAVs are pretty broken at the moment in the sim, but I'm tempted to give the RNAV a go. What would you guys like to see? Let's do a poll, shall we? You guys can vote and choose. Let's set one up. Boom, polls live. You guys can choose what we do on arrival. Chris, hello, welcome. I'm very well, thanks. Hope you're okay. Enjoying the scenery actually down the east coast of Spain today. Hope you are as well. Darvax is going for the VOR because RNAV is bad. Yeah, RNAV is a bit messed up, but providing you got the chance, you can manually fly the RNAV, as we did into Samadam, St. Moritz. Let's see what the latest METAR is at GMMX. Winds are 320 at 5 knots. I mean, to be fair, it's only a 5-knot tailwind, so yeah, you could go ahead and do that. There's also a circle to land, is there, Reese? Jason, indeed, yes. This is the Flybywire mod is modelled on a Leap 1A. Circle to land with prescribed flight tracks. Oh, wowzers! Well, I could do that, guys. You know what? Let me reset the poll. Let me reset the poll. I promise it's not all gone to waste. Let me just reset the poll. There are 3 options. I'm going to see if it lets me reset the poll now or not. A lot of people choosing the RNAV there. 31 votes, wow. Thanks for you guys voting. Let me just, I'll reset the poll with the 3rd option. So then you've got every single option at the moment available to us. RNAV 28 is one. So the 2 options prior is the same. VOR 28. Yeah, the ILS could probably work with those winds. Depends what we want. That's the poll. There we go. 3 options. I'll show you guys on Navigraph. Why not? That one, circle to land with prescribed tracks. So we're coming in for approach on runway 10. So we'll pretty much be sort of flying up to that Marrakech VOR. Then we're going to break off and fly this downwind leg followed by a base turn descending around to Marrakech. And basically we're doing all of this visual from the VOR. Autopilot will be off. We've got the RNAV approach, which comes in via RIMPA or RAMIM, heading then in direct to the runway. Or we've got the VOR Zulu runway 28 as well via RIMPA, which is also pretty much a straight in approach too. So a couple of options there. Our direction of travel leads in better for the VOR Zulu runway 28, but of course what we would do in that situation is then we could just fly directly over the airfield to then fly around for the circle to land. Could spice it up. We'll leave the poll open for half an hour or so. Let's see. When we pass over the Alboran Sea, we'll then end the poll. We'll decide what approach we'll be doing. Providing the weather doesn't change significantly, we'll then stick with that, of course. So get your votes in. Maxim, yeah, indeed, it has to be done differently. So RNAV, as we were saying earlier, RNAV is quite balked in Microsoft Flight Simulator, so it's not really the procedure that you'd use normally. Programs, hello to you, welcome. New to the channel, very warm welcome to you. Hope you're enjoying the flight. And I'm very well, thanks. Hope you're well. Aaron's asking, someone help please, keep getting decel on my flight plan, but it won't let me clear it. How do I do it, please? So you can't actually delete the decel button. I should have that as well. Might have it. No, I don't. I don't have it because this is the experimental version, and we need to manually activate approach phase. What the decel button is, or what the decel waypoint is, Aaron, it's basically where the aeroplane is telling you. You'll see like a little purple D in a circle. That's telling you as the pilot that you need to be in approach phase at that point, at the very latest, basically. In this version of the Flybywire mod, you have to manually activate that, so you have to decide roughly what it all is and when to activate approach phase in this mode. If you're on the development branch, you could fly up to decel and the aircraft should put itself onto approach phase, and that's what that decel waypoint is basically. William, no worries. I mean, technically with those winds, I think the preferred runway would be 10 with the ILS. But we're on Unicom, and if you can land with a headwind, it's always better to do so. So I'm going to stick with 28, runway 28, so we get that little bit of a headwind. Gil, hello, welcome. Clayton, I can't discuss what I work as, sadly. Those of you in Discord will know I work at and around Heathrow Airport, though, of course. You'll have seen my pictures of aircraft, no doubt. Aaron, no worries at all. Hopefully that helps explain it nice and clear. Good to see my Volanta's not working again properly. I've lost all the aircraft around me on that. Talkmeister. Yeah, I'm using custom model matching in VATSIM still, yeah. I'm using a program called Model Matching Magic as well, and that's my primary VMR, with my one then below that. But I'm also testing a few files for that FSLTL project, which is now back alive again, which is always really nice. How are we doing on the poll here? 42% for the circle to land and 42% for the RNAV at the moment. The VOR 17% of the votes, so we are equal between RNAV and circling approach there. OBOGA 8 Alpha arrival. So in any case, we'll be approaching from the correct direction anyway. But obviously with the OBOGA 8 arrival, we'd want the VOR Yankee, as Dan is pointing out there, because it transitions over the airfield itself. I'm fancying the circle to land, to be honest. I think that'd be a nice little challenge. And you guys can watch me manually fly into an airport I've not flown into ever in the sim. And flying around it as well might give us a really good visual look of the airport as well. Hopefully I'll be able to render in some good little window views and things, perhaps some good screenshots. We've got a 65 knot headwind, a slight crosswind, but probably about a 30 knot crosswind, hence why the aircraft's crabbing ever so slightly. So those of you who don't know, crabbing is when the nose is pointing in a different direction to where the aeroplane's actually flying, so your nose is into wind to maintain your track. So our heading at the moment on the nav display, you can see here, is 215, 214, 215, we'll call it 215. But our track is actually 209 degrees. Doctor on board, I'd imagine the real life runway is runway 10 because it's got the ILS and winds are less than the tailwind is less than 6-7 knots. I would imagine that would be the one in use, but we're on Unicom. And if we can land with the tailwind, if we can land with a headwind, we might as well. But it also gives us potentially a really nice visual approach. Good look at the scenery from above before we check it out from below or on the ground. So yeah, when you hear it all cracking behind the flight deck door. AVD, is there a checklist for the development mod for Flybywire? Should be the same as checklist you've got. He says. That cloud's crept up now. Starting to get a little bit of turbulence. On Friday, guys, we're going to be checking out, we're going to be going live to Bristol Airport on Friday. Same time as always, 1 o'clock UK time. And we're going to be doing some short hops from Bristol to the Isle of Man with the brand new Pilot Plus Bristol Airport Scenery launching on Friday too. I was taking a look at that new scenery before today's live stream as well, and it looks absolutely fantastic. So looking forward to showing that off on Friday for you guys. Make sure you tune in for that. Tomorrow we're heading to South America as well to complete the next leg of our Scenic South America tour. Zorgmeister, yeah. Unicom madness, I'm sure. To be expected, of course. Dougal, awesome. Well, be sure to check out Friday's stream then. I've already got Gatwick, I've already got Bristol from UK 2000. And this one is a lot. This Pilot Plus scenery that is releasing on Friday is worlds apart from that and cheaper, which says it all really. Pilot Plus have done a sterling job of Bristol, gotta say. The price is about £15, I think it is. Bronze, hello to you, welcome. Sounds like you're using, what, 3 words? White, hello. Yeah, Zorgmeister. I bought Bristol right at the very beginning. Relax, welcome on board to you. Bronze, welcome on board. Thanks for subscribing, guys. Yeah, I'd heard for quite a few months that Pilot Plus are bringing a Bristol airport out, but we'd been waiting quite a few months for it, of course. You'll see the difference on Friday between the two. Those of you with the UK 2000's Bristol Airport Scenery, out of the two, if you're looking to purchase a Bristol scenery, don't bother with UK 2000. You want to make sure you get Pilot Plus. They are a fantastic developer, really positive within the community, and they make beautiful scenery. This Bristol Airport is fantastic that they've created, and it blows UK 2000's one out of the water completely, which is about, yeah, it's about £20 as Zorgmeister's saying there. £20 for UK 2000. This one from Pilot Plus is about £5 cheaper. Flight Sim 101, hello. Do we have a bug in the sim with missing buildings? We do, yeah. Sim Update 5, sometimes you'll get buildings and things missing, and we noticed that in Barcelona today prior to departure actually. Some of the gates were missing as well, the air bridges. Sergey, UK 2000 announcing a new airport in 2 weeks. Is it new though, or is it just a port from X-Plane or P3D? Everything they've done so far has literally just been ports across from their other sims, and some of the texturing, like Luton, is atrocious, especially for £20. It's absolutely unacceptable, some of that. Bristol's nice from UK 2000. If you haven't got either, then I wouldn't worry about UK 2000 at all, to be honest. And yeah, I've sent them emails before asking if they want me to take a look at some of their new scenery they've been releasing for the sim, or ported across from other sims. You get nothing back from them. Whereas Pilot Plus, you can have a really great conversation with them. Their customer support is fantastic. They're really proactive at fixing things as well. I remember when they, when LatinVFR launched AREX for Microsoft Flight Simulator, Pilot Plus's London Oxford had a file within it which actually broke the UK coverage of LatinVFR's AREX. Within a few days, they'd fixed it. Pilot Plus had fixed it. No benefit to themselves, but they did it to help LatinVFR's AREX scenery become compatible for the whole of the UK region. Yeah, the other thing with Luton, UK 2000 Luton, is they've used the Bristol Airport coaches that they've created at Luton. So you could be driving around, or you could be zooming around on a drone camera at UK 2000 Luton Airport, and you will find that every now and again a Bristol Airport coach goes past, and that again is just not, it's just not good enough. None of that with this Pilot Plus scenery. It is but beautiful. The textures and the emissives, without telling you guys too much, I can't show you anything yet either, sadly. The textures and emissives from this new Pilot Plus Bristol, it is something like I've not seen before. It is really, really very nice. I've not seen glass like this in the sim before either. And animated passengers. Yeah, Zorgmeister, pretty much. But probably the last time you'll ever give them any money. Especially when Pilot Plus release their upcoming Bristol. Almeria's coming up down below soon, so I want to catch that if I can. In fact, it's pretty much on the nose down there. Yeah, commentator, it is incredible. You guys are going to be really impressed with Bristol when it launches. I'm hoping to get a video created to show you guys the scenery, slow time. But in addition to that, I'm also hoping to bring you guys a live. Well, I'm going to be bringing you guys a back-to-back live stream, and we're going to fly from the Pilot Plus Bristol when it releases on Friday. We're going to fly to the Isle of Man with EasyJet, a real-world route, really short hop. And we're going to then turn around and fly back to Bristol. So then you guys are going to be able to see the approach into the airport as well. And as David's saying, their Pilot Plus scenery, their prices seem very reasonable. Their London Oxford Airport is fantastic. And I've been meaning actually to do some VFR using Oxford as well. Just not got round to it yet. Commentator, what airline is the main operator at Bristol? It's probably EasyJet, to be honest. Wizz Air are about to launch some routes from Bristol. Ryanair fly out of there as well, of course. And in addition to that, TUI as well. I've got a really good solid base there, including some long-haul flights to Cancun and things. I actually, when I worked at Bristol, I was cabin crew for Thomson Airways, it was at the time, now TUI. I loved flying out of Bristol in the 757. Jeff, welcome on board. Hello, hope you're okay, enjoying the flight. Jordan, yeah, UK 2000 is okay, but when you put it up against someone like Pilot Plus and you look at the differences between the two, I promise you're going to be blown away by the difference. And when it's £5 less for something twice as good, you're going to be blown away. Matthew's asking, so were you out doing some discovery flights this week or hitching a ride with a PPL? I've actually been trying to... The CAA have changed the requirements. They've now got an online portal. Yeah, that's another route as well, William. Air Seychelles are going to be launching their route from the Seychelles to Dubai to Bristol on their A320neo. Oh look, drone cam's moved itself. Absolutely no idea why. Almeria Airport coming up, and you can tell where it's going to be. It's going to be right there. There's the runway in the distance. And the reason why I know that is because when you fly in, you actually fly in past all of these greenhouses, hundreds of thousands of big white covered greenhouses as you make your way into Almeria. Nice little airport, tiny runway. Pari Devco, hello, one of our favourite developers. Hope you're okay. Making good progress on Glasgow, I hope. Loved that little exclusive yesterday, that was fantastic. It's had people chatting all over Discord. Samuel Meccano, welcome to you as well. Hello, hope you're okay. You can actually see all those greenhouses pretty well. And the main motorway that goes all the way from Almeria off into the hills. Yeah, DCMO, you've got to register online now, and I didn't realise you had to do that. So before I can even book a Class 2 medical, you have to register online, send all your ID documents off, wait to then have them authorise you accessing the portal. You then have to go back into the portal and send off a medical application request, which then you have to wait. You have to wait for that to be approved, and then you've got to go through the rigmarole of trying to fill out your medical application form, which then allows you to get a reference number to book with a aviation medical examiner to get your Class 2 or your Class 1 medical. So not complicated at all. Zorgmeister, the Air Seychelles A320neo is going to be operating that route. It's going to be an awesome route. A long journey though. Robloxian, hello. If you use the command !specs in the live chat, that'll tell you. There's Almeria down below. And it literally does look like that in real life. There's some great freeware scenery on flightsim.to with that as well, which I'm actually going to be checking out soon. One of the routes I'm going to be doing is Bristol to Almeria. Commentator, the Pilot Plus at Bristol is going on sale on Friday. There's Almeria. Beautiful part of Spain. Well, Zorgmeister, I mean, we've got that ever so slight wispy bit of cloud there, but I actually don't mind the blurriness, because if you look out the window from 37,000 feet anyway, you're not going to have that crisp focus that you would get in a simulator, so I actually quite like the blurriness. Genuinely, I think it looks a lot more realistic and true to life, but that's my own personal opinion. I hate how the drone camera now rotates itself when you move. There we go. Back to the tranquility of the cabin. Ah, there we go, Samuel. Thanks there, using the command. Wojtek, welcome. Hello. Jericho, no, the video button next to the cockpit door lock on the A32NX, the little video screen that comes up, has been in place since about November time, I believe. Matthew, exactly, yes. It's a business within an industry, isn't it? It's an industry within an industry. And not only that, you've also now got to pay them a fee. So when I registered on the portal, I had to give the CAA £8 for me to be able to book a medical with a private medical examiner. So, yeah, how that works out, I don't know. Because I'm sure that part of my medical fees for the appointment that I'm going to have go to the CAA anyway. So just another cash grab. Jason, have I ever flown to Boston Logan? In real life, yes, multiple times. Love Boston, my favourite place in the States. I'm going to close that vote, the polling, by the way, guys, in about 2 or 3 minutes. So make sure you've voted for your choice of approach that you'd like to see into Menara. Although I've spelt Menara wrong. The RNAV 28, the VOR 28, or the visual circle to land for a bit more of a challenge into runway 28. David, I'm pretty much just using Volanta to track the VATSIM stuff now, but even that's hit and miss, so I think the servers are struggling, to be honest with you. I think they've been struggling for a little while. Smart Bear in Australia, good day to you, hope you're okay. Good evening, I think, for you, isn't it? Good evening or early morning, can't remember, not quite sure. Hello to you. Michelle, so you get a lot of questions about products and costs. I've just spent just shy of £12,000, wow, on a new setup for Microsoft Flight Simulator with 3 screens. My supplier deserves mention if allowed, as they are flight sim specialists. God, that is a lot of money. Who are they? Feel free to pop it into the live chat. I'm sure A, they won't mind, but B, if they want to send me anything, they can feel free. Oh, look, there's that random lightning again. Rich, good morning to you. Welcome. Yeah, Dan, I was thinking the same. I was hoping for a full-on integrated cockpit for £12,000. That's crazy money. Crikey. I mean, that is literally a private pilot's license plus a night rating and or potentially an instrument rating as well. Wowzers. And yeah, Zorgmeister, it's probably crash to desktoping just as much as it is for us as well. Wojtek, my friend and I pronounce Pyrig as pierogi. Yeah, the delicious Polish dish. Not the same as Pyrig Devco though, of course. Smart Bear call, not too late then, of course. Thanks for tuning in. Midland Computers Limited, never heard of them. And Ian, the tech director, is a tester for many products, including a Sobo. Wow. So what do they make? I know there is a company based in the States that creates flight sim software, which is certified by the FAA in the US for pilot training. Michael, you want a map of the flight? Yep, I'll show you Navigraph. Sorry, I'll show you Volanta. You can download this for free on Orbex. It also shows all the aircraft around us as well, using Volanta and or VATSIM. But there we go, Marrakech, which is... Oh, I'll click in. Got the wrong aircraft highlighted there. Wondered why there was 2 lines. There's Marrakech, and there's Barcelona at the top of your screen there. So you can see we've gone down the Balearic Sea, across Valencia, past Alicante to the west, across over Almeria. Now we're halfway over that Alboran Sea, heading over into Morocco. How's that vote doing actually? Elias, never been to Morocco, no. Arnav runway 28 seems to be the popular choice. Only 11% people saying Rio R28 though, bizarrely, and 44% of people saying visual circle to land, so interestingly the Arnav seems to be the more popular by 1% at the moment. That visual circle to land is only 44% of the votes. Literally stepped away for about 2 or 3 seconds to get an ice cream and I heard boop boop boop. Speedbird 66 Quebec, Danish, hello to you. Messaging me via vPilot. VLAN Pilot, hello. Yeah, it's Volanta. You can go on to, if you type into Google Volanta Orbex or Volanta app, you'll see it pop up. It's as I said a minute ago, it's free to use, which is really good. Orbex are the people that created it as well. They're on about creating a no worries. They're on about creating a premium version. Cornetto, yeah, definitely. Doctor on board, sweating about runway 10 not being used. There you go, Falanta.app as the website, you'll be able to find it there. Yeah, it's about 300 degrees in my room at the moment with my computer churning out a lot of heat. So I figured I'd quickly run down and get a, yeah, not quite aviation simulation, not a Peppa Pig ice cream, just a nice good old boring Cornetto. I like a Magnum to be honest, but Magnums are ridiculous money these days. I go for whatever's on offer. Behind pilot, yeah. It's sure is a way to get my attention, I guess. It's the 3 bings that get you, because I worry it's a controller, so it gets your attention immediately as you're running back if you've moved away. Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it, if I could get Magnum to create like an aviation-inspired flavour for us. What would it be? Jet fuel mixed with oil, I guess, and a bit of rubber. Maybe some anti-mosquito spray as well, when the crew come down and spray it in the cabin. So it looks like we're going to configure for that visual circle to land VPT runway 28. Unless of course the weather changes significantly or we get a controller online, we'll just throw ourselves into that circling approach. I do like a tailwind. Yeah, it's not a little Cornetti. That's just a Cornetto, standard good old, I think, Walls Cornetto. Nick, I've literally just got the stock AMD, is it AMD Wrath cooler that's built onto the CPU. That's literally all I've got, and then I've got a fan at the front of the case and a fan at the rear of the case. That is literally it, so quite basic. It tends to run at about 60 to 70 odd degrees. Gosford's a great show, Brian. That's where I used to fly actually, at 633 VGS on the Grub Vigilance at Gosford. Loved flying out of that airfield, fantastic. Rora Roda, it's the Luke Air Tour, it's free. And Paul was asking if I got any plans getting FS2 crew and doing a video of it in action. I'm not sure if it's something I'd use, to be honest, but if they want to send it to me, then I'm more than welcome to have a little look. UNM Senna, hello to you, welcome. Very well, thanks. Hope you're okay. We're just approaching the coast of Morocco at the moment, so welcome. Doctor on board's having a right sweat about the real-life runway not being used. We've got a 5-knot tailwind, but the winds are variable 260 and 030. So the latest METAR is suggesting a shift in the weather. We'll see when we get a bit closer. I'm not too bothered about what's being used in real life currently. Samuel, can I guarantee buttering the bread on landing? Who knows? Hopefully. I've got an emoji for butter, the channel members to use, and I've also got an emoji for Ryanairing it as well and smashing it down, both in the chat now for you guys to see. So either of those usually get used. Thankfully, more so the butter one than the Ryanair one. Commentator, seriously, that's fantastic. Apparently we've just hit 1 million views on the channel, and our first live stream was I think it's the middle of October, so that's a huge achievement. That's fantastic. Thanks for letting me know. Randolph, hello to you as well. Nice to be watching the stream again, just getting to the end of a positive test for COVID, self-isolation. Wow, hope you're okay, hope you've been alright. And UNM Senna, it's been working alright for me, to be fair. Although I think, was it 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I had a crash to desktop. But it was actually it was the Japan flight into Kushiro. Just randomly, I just got a crash to desktop right at the very end of the stream, thankfully. But other than that, I've not had too many problems, touch wood. Elias, yeah, the Alboran Sea on the map looks tiny, doesn't it, compared? But we have just hit some land, so just cutting in onto Morocco now. The GC in New Zealand, but in the UK today. Wow, nice. Great to have you on board with us. There's another poll for you guys. Just gone live. I'll leave it open for a couple of minutes, just to appease people. There seems to be a thing about landing in real life used runway. So you guys can have your choice. Do you want to see us land on the runway that's used in real life at the moment, which is runway 10? Or do you want to see us stick with that circle to land approach runway 28? You guys can choose. If it's 10, we can use a VOR approach or the ILS. The ILS would be used in real life, so we'll probably use that. If not, we'll do the circle to land that we voted for prior to that for runway 28. 2 options to choose from. Winds at the moment, 340 knots, 340 degrees at 5 knots, variable between 260 and 030, so it's a very small tailwind, which is why runway 10 is used in real life. Doesn't really bother me what we use. The other one gives us a headwind, so either's much of a muchness really. Birdman, is it the experimental version? It is indeed, yeah, basically it is, yeah. It's got the custom flight plan manager inside of it at the moment. How are we doing actually for progress? Hence all the in-ops stickers as well, because in this version we don't have a terrain radar, we don't have a weather radar, or TCAS, sadly. There's that video, the cabin crew thing that we were talking about a minute ago. Matthew's wanting the circle. I've not done a circling approach live for a long time actually. Last time I did it was into Innsbruck.
Congrats on the views. Here's 1.79. Treat yourself.
Dan, thank you very much. Cheers for the super chat. Thanks for the £1.79. That'll probably buy me a nice Magnum. $36 votes at the moment. I'll let the vote poll thing go to about 3 minutes or so, and then I'll end it. Just a quick poll, because very soon, at least by FES at the latest, I'm going to want to start putting in the approach for us to use. Randolph's wanting runway 28. Matthew, circle's more fun. The point of simming is having fun. Yeah, it's nice to have the challenge as well sometimes, and having that circle to land approach. I'll show you guys the options visually using Navigraph, who are one of our stream partners. OBOGA 8 Alpha arrival for us anyway, so neither, in any case we'll be doing this 13 DME arc all the way around the airport to a radial of 288 from Marrakech VOR, and then we're going to be flying directly in, heading of 099 degrees to that VOR. At that point we'll either go for the ILS, which is where we break off and we turn left on the racetrack procedure, which is this, because of the arrival we're using. So a partial circuit basically, then into the approach. Or instead of the racetrack ILS, we're going to do the circle to land, where we overfly the VOR, break off, autopilot comes off, and we're going to then fly a downwind leg to runway 28, lining up over that Marrakech NDB to assist us. There's a radial there. We'll track to the NDB at 009 degrees, which gives us indication for that base turn onto finals. And the dashed lines, by the way guys, all these dashed lines here usually mean that this is visually done. This is autopilot off stuff. Dan, I could do £1 for every view. You know what, I'd love that. If everybody gave me £1 for every view I had, I'd be a millionaire. Literally. It's fantastic. Love it. Oh, Doctor on board. The explainers are coming out now. Well, real simulators to simulate real world procedures. This is a real world procedure. We're just not using the runway that they're using in real life today for this. And the point of the simulator is you can practice the more difficult approaches knowing that there's actually nothing behind that door. So if you fluff it up, it doesn't matter. Five minutes that poll's been live. It's then ended. Russell, good afternoon. What's the results? Let's have a look on the live chat here. When it pops up, Samuel's also using the ILS. So runway 28 circle to land it is by the looks of it. 52 votes over 5 minutes. Runway 28 getting 59% of those votes. GMMX arrival. We'll configure for the ILS runway 10. Interestingly, the OBOGA 8 Alpha doesn't exist. What's the 7 Alpha? Okay, 7 Alpha is the same basically, just ever so slightly different. So we're... Ah, okay, that's why. Let's see, let's erase that. Let's have a little fiddle around here, see what we can come up with. We'll do that, and the OBOGA 7 Alpha. We'll do a circle to land onto 28. OBOGA Lisra Misrap. Magav Mokir OBOGA. Oh, there's 3 options there, good grief. Why do I get the feeling this is all going to be a bit messy? Baoba, OBOGA, EO51M, God, that's a mess, isn't it? Let's insert it, see what it does. It's all messed up anyway. Doesn't matter, we'll fly it manually. Damn, mine was like someone threw up on the nav display. Yeah, brilliant. Basically we're flying a 13 DME arc. Down to about 3,000 feet I think. Circle to land, 099, what is it going to be? Charts don't really tell us very much. 1,952. Cloud Chaser, hello, welcome. Russell, a orbit would tend to be what you get given if you're in a light aircraft, general aviation aircraft. 3,200 down to 1,952. Minimums are 2,420. That can't be correct actually. We're going to descend to minimums because airport elevation is 1,545. Samuel, no worries, I'll give it a good go. Where's the approach plates again? Yeah, so down to 3,200, then we're going to descend to minimums. The ILS frequency is tuned in there ready just in case. What we can do as well is we can clear the Barcelona stuff and we can put in Marrakech 113.3. In that goes. And we've also got an NDB of 267, which is on the charts. 113.3. And I'll put a course in of 279er there, just to assist with us lining up, just in case that cloud drops for any reason. So we're going to do a 13 DME arc. We're then going to start to fly in towards the airport as if we're going to land on runway 10, down to minimums. And then at the Marrakech VOR, we're going to break off on a track. We're going to be in track FPA mode at this point, track of 141 degrees. For about 5.8 miles, it's saying there. That's kind of difficult to judge, to be honest, but basically how we're going to do that is we're going to be tracking that Marrakech VOR, and when we get to 5.6 DME, we're going to then start turning left onto that track of 099 to then get to 8.1 DME, or a radial of 128 from the Marrakech VOR. At that point, we're going to be in line with Marrakech's NDB CNZ, and that's going to be giving us a bearing of 009 degrees direct to that NDB. We're then going to turn left on that descending final base turn onto finals, final approach runway 28. Minimums at the base there, we're category C aircraft, max knots 180 knots for the procedure, and an MDA of 2420 for us there as well, which gives us 875 feet above the ground. There we go. Oh, Phillips here, is he? Osprey 5563. Meta GMMX. Winds are variable at 5 knots now. Interesting. In any case, we'll probably get there. We'll probably have a probably have a tailwind onto 28 suddenly. QNH of 1014. Temperature is a lovely 31 degrees Celsius, nice and hot. Above 30 degrees after landing, we need to keep flaps 1 after landing as well, so that's a new little thing that I've learned recently. Winds are variable at 8 knots. What was the previous one? 340. 5. Put that one in. Transition level by ATC. Let's have a look at the SIDS. That's 6,000 for transition on a departure. We'll go with 7,000. Might as well. And the MDA that I mentioned a minute ago, which is our minimums, 2420. Sometimes, Doctor on board, it's good to mix it up and make it difficult intentionally, and it's a test then of sort of ability within the sim, isn't it, to do a circling approach. Flaps 1 after landing because it's over 30 degrees. Basically what they worry about, apparently, is if the metal on the aeroplane swells. Look at that landscape below. The flaps might not then come out of the housing in high temperatures. So you, after landing, you select flaps 1 and you shut down with flaps 1 for the turnaround, basically. Only something I learned recently. Let's have a look outside, shall we? Oh, good old drone cam doing its own thing. Aviation simulation, just being boring, Doc, and you doing the ILS. I like the challenge, personally. Look at that below. Wow. Does look quite cool, doesn't it? Check my frequencies, that's still 1228. 2.7 tons of fuel. I mean, usually, little fact for you guys, if the winds are variable or they're less than sort of 5-6 knots for a tailwind, and you can see on the charts you've got 2 runways and only one of them has got an ILS, then usually the ILS is that means that's the preferred runway in use. So when winds are variable at 5 knots like they are now, in real life you would see runway 10 being used, which is the case today for Marrakech. But we're going for this difficult approach with a circling approach here, just to really test ourselves onto runway 28. Why not? You guys get to watch live if I cock it up anyway. Every cloud. Philip, hope you're okay. Late as always, yeah. Been meaning to try out that Las Palmas free scenery, nice. So I'm coming from the other direction to you guys, awesome. You could always, aviation simulation, you could always do the hold, because with the approach, the OBOGA approach, you're actually going to be flying that racetrack ILS that I showed a second ago, so you could fly that. David, awesome. Spawned at Marrakech to watch us in. Royal Air Maroc 984 Alpha's just touched down at Marrakech from Malaga. And Kafel's just about to land them voiling. Oh, Philip is going to be wanting to go max chat. Dan, yeah. If it ends up like Mykonos, somebody like Kai will end up clipping the entire that sort of section of the video where we almost crashed. Richard, please could you show the approach screen in the MCDU? What bit particularly? This bit? How long's the runway in Marrakech actually? Let's have a look. Runway 28. Of course, it's given us in feet. 10,171 feet. Ah, 3,100 meters. Aviation simulation, yeah. You'll have to do from the OBOGA star, unless you're changing your star, you'll have to do that racetrack ILS that I showed a second ago, because that's the one that flows in from the star that we're using. But for 10, it'll have to be OBOGA 7 Alpha. Because the other ILS approach expects you to come in from the southeast. Dan, yeah, I'd imagine so. That's usually what happens, isn't it? Richard, is there anything in particular you want to see with this approach page? Do let me know. Minty, hi, hope you're okay. Philip, question, I haven't seen the start of the stream. Notice you're at flight level 370 flying west. We were departing Spain, so flying south we had to have an odd flight number. If I recall that correctly. Passing over to North Africa we probably should have gone up to 38,000 or down to 36,000. But I didn't really think it through properly, if I'm honest. Bit of turbulence. How many miles have we got now? There's OBOGA, just over 100 and something miles. Doesn't tell you on the star what altitude to be at OBOGA by. 6,500 probably makes sense. Yeah, we'll go for 6,000 at OBOGA. And then we're going to have to then make up that radial approach ourselves, because it hasn't quite got it in properly for us. Unless I selected the wrong option. Who knows. But we'll manually track the VOR. We want ADF2 armed as well. Ilias wanting a dashcam view. Let's see what I can rustle up here. There we go. How's that? Dan's just started descent. I think I'm not too far off, to be fair. Shamrock, hello. Found some approaches around the world give very strange incorrect nav points and found it really difficult, if not impossible, to correct these in the FMC. Pretty much like today, actually, to be honest. Is there an example on how to do this? So what we're doing today is literally going to be flying. I'll show you actually. Let's have a look. So from OBOGA, DO51 Mike, we should be branching off on this arc, 13 DME arc, round to radial 288, then in to then begin this circling approach to 28 from the Marrakech VOR. That, as you can tell on the nav display, isn't in there for some reason. There was 3 OBOGA settings to choose from. I just picked one and went for that. So all I'll do is I'll just use the charts and I'll fly that DME arc myself manually. Because all the information's on the charts anyway. If the computer's not quite got it right for us, then I'm not too worried, because we'll just do it ourselves. And if it all goes wrong, then so be it. Michael, have you considered getting mods off SimPlaza? SimPlaza is not freeware, guys. It's freeware, but they actually pay. What they've done basically is they've stolen all of the Payware scenery from Microsoft Flight Simulator, whatever they can get their hands on. They then upload that illegally onto their SimPlaza website for everybody to download. So do not use SimPlaza, guys. It is full of illegally ripped mods and Payware scenery. Disgracefully so. Let's go 6,000. We'll do a nice gentle descent for the time being. No, Michael, it's fine. Lots of people don't realise it. That's if you hadn't mentioned it, actually, we wouldn't have. That wouldn't have been a discussion point. So thanks for mentioning it. It's one of those scummy websites within the community. Sadly, I think it's based in Russia, and the people that curate it. They've had people like Mako Simulations complain about their mods being on there in the past, and they do nothing to remove it. Basically, they effectively just mug the developers off, and all the hard work that they're doing, folks like Mako Simulations working for hundreds, thousands of hours making some fantastic scenery, and then selling it for very reasonable prices. Like, you know, you can get your hands on Mako Manchester for $9.99, which is an absolute bargain for the amount of detail that you get included. And then this website just decides to go and put it all on there anyway. Just spend the £9. Yeah, that's the other thing, as Taverniaris is saying there. If people keep downloading all of that stuff, all of the illegally ripped mods and things by those sort of scummy websites like SimPlaza, all that will happen is you'll get developers like Mako Simulations and others just deciding not to develop any scenery anymore because it's not worth their time. So it makes a really good point there, that we should be supporting the fantastic developers and supporting those creators by purchasing all their stuff directly. Russell, yeah. EasyJet Sim Pilot, thanks. Good luck with the approach. I do love a circle to land. And looking forward to checking out this PerfectSoft scenery, guys. Don't forget, if you're tuning in and not long tuned in, then you can look forward to the new PerfectSoft Studios scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator. They've lovingly created a fantastic Marrakech International Airport for the sim. And you guys are going to see how fantastic it looks, so... Somebody wanted a drone cam out. It keeps changing itself, but yeah, beautiful scenery around us over North Africa. Flashbang, hello, welcome. That looks cool down there, whatever that is. Little town or city. Great textures. Parts of the world that you wouldn't really think about going to, of course, if it wasn't for some of the scenery being created. Give me shelter, ETA. Should be at the top of your screen. We're into descent now and it's telling us about 15 minutes to go. Add maybe a couple of minutes in for that circling approach we're going to throw ourselves into. What could possibly go wrong? Aviation simulation, I'm not sure because I'm I'm focusing on this 13 DME arc. Right, little reminder of charts for this approach just before we get too busy into this circling approach. It's going to get hectic. OBOGA 231 and about 14 DME we're going to break off. We'll start the turn just after that to then intercept this 13 DME arc. We're going to have to manually fly that in selected heading mode to make our way around. Descending to 6,500. There's that radial there. We'll then continue descent down to 5,000 feet. We'll be in line with the radial of 288 with the Marrakech VOR, which we've already got tuned in and tracking. Then we're going to turn left to fly sort of an approach into runway 10, down to 3,200, and then at the VOR continuing that descent down. Turn the autopilot off, we'll continue down to our minimums, which is 2,420 feet. I'll probably go down to 2,500 personally. Keep it nice and round. 5.8 DME from that VOR, doing that short bit of downwind leg, and then at the radial, at the tracker 009 to the Marrakech NDB, turning left onto finals. But that circle approach, I do like these. PerfectSoft, hello, there we go. Timed wonderfully there. Hope you're okay. Russell, thanks. Luke, you've never stuffed it yet. Well, there's some stunning scenery that I'm hoping we avoid crashing into today. I'm sure we'll be fine. Nice long runway. Good question, why is the altitude stuck? It's probably FlyLive going a bit buggy. So bear with me. Level to GMMX. I'll refresh FT or FlightLive. Tavniaris. Oh, that's a good question. I've only used Volanta recently. I stopped using SimToolkit Pro in about October, I think it was, November time last year, just because I found that it was very bad on frames. There's your updated altitude, guys. Thanks for letting me know. Jagdishwar, hello to you. We are about 15 minutes from touchdown now. PerfectSoft, while you're in the chat, hello to you, welcome. Thanks for creating really stunning scenery, by the way. I'm sure everybody's going to really enjoy it when we arrive and check it out. Is it just available on Sim Market while you're here? Was it available elsewhere? And for those of you who might want to purchase this, having seen it today in today's stream, do check out the links in the stream description, and you'll find the Sim Market link that will take you direct to the product page for this stunning Marrakech Airport by PerfectSoft. But welcome to them, thanks for tuning in. Love it when developers tune in to have a chat with us all. Yoep, welcome. Gold frequent flyer. Welcome on board. Thanks for joining us as a member. Do let us know in the Discord server and we'll add you into the club lounge and the gold Concord room. PerfectSoft saying, I hope we'll like it. Well, I've had a little look earlier on when I created the thumbnail. It is stunning, guys. It is a really nice bit of scenery, and the detail on the terminal building that we're going to see when we get there is incredibly good. There's there we go, OBOGA. Oops, let's go down to 2,000, shall we? Actually, let's see what it does in open descent. Be interesting to see how it manages this itself. Making our way into Menara. There we go, going green. PerfectSoft, I think a little giveaway for your subscribers would be a good idea. Ooh, what are you thinking? Peter, we are literally maybe 12 minutes from landing, 13 minutes from landing, max. We're well into our descent now, as I like to say. Don't forget to give us a like if you've not given us the thumbs up already, guys, and you're enjoying it today. Milo, your aeroplane won't stop descending. How do you mean? William, step on it then. That's what the speed's for. Use selected speed mode and whack it up to the red pole, right to the top. You'll catch us up in no time, I'm sure. Maybe a direct 2 on approach. Get a bit of that dash cam views again, shall we, guys? As we make our way down into Marrakech. Mark, hello. Where can I acquire the bar at the top displaying the info you have? It's called Fly Live Studio. I can't see it though. It's only sort of displayed on your stream as you're watching it. So it's a program that you run alongside your streaming software, effectively. Yeah, if you guys want to have it respect your constraints and things, what you need to do is go into managed altitude mode like that, so you're going into descent, and then if you've got any constraints along the way, so say for example OBOGA was passing that exactly 6,500 and you had an altitude, actually let's say OBOGA was set to 8,000 as a constraint and you had to arrive there at exactly 8,000, what that will do is level off and respect the constraint. So if you've got 5,000 set, it will level off at 7,000, 8,000, whatever it is. Pari Devco, yeah, we need to get Edinburgh Tower stream sorted soon. Still trying to arrange the tower controllers to assist us as well, of course.
We'll report when making base turn, when area traffic.
That's good, on Unicom still. Final refresh of the METAR. And the wind's now 330 degrees at 5 knots. But variable between 260 degrees and 040 degrees. Visibility of 6,000 meters. 32 degrees Celsius and a QNH of 1014, so that temp's gone up a bit more. So remembering after landing will be full flaps for arrival, we'll then retract them up to flaps 1 only. We won't clean it up completely to park. down we go. So we've got 13 DME. Just going to make a couple more notes on my notepad for this arrival. We know we want to be at 5,000 by the radial of 288 degrees on the way round. Dickens FS, hello to you, welcome. If I can try and organise the Edinburgh Tower View controller session for next week, actually, one of the streams next week will be that. Don't forget the giveaway via the Gleam link that Nightbot's popping into the live chat every now and again, guys. That ends tomorrow, of course. So if you've not yet entered, make sure you enter that. What have we got? Max 220 knots for the hold. We're not anticipating a hold today. We'll leave that open there. How long till I go OBOGA? 20. Pilot PT, great channel, no problem at all, thanks, I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Willie, I'm sure you'll be fine. I'll make sure there's a camera on you at least. We've had quite a few flying along today, it's been fantastic. There's a nice little city or town down below there. Beautiful scenery around here. Through there we've got seatbelt signs on as well as we pass 10,000. Dwyle, so that's a really good question. How come, following on from its earlier question about barber poles, overspeed and stall speeds and things, how come the overspeed stall red bars don't show now? And that's because as we descend the air gets thicker, so because the air's denser, the sort of flight envelope, if you like, widens, so our airspeed, we've got a greater range that the aeroplane can fly comfortably within because the air is a lot denser. Therefore, you know, in a basic sense, there are more molecules in the air passing over the wing, generating lift. Passing 10,000, we're in managed mode, hence why the aeroplane is now levelling off to slow down to 250 knots. But I'm actually going to allow it to slow to 230. Second victim to the Geneva pylon by the sounds of it. One thing to bear in mind is with this experimental version we don't have the terrain map. That little flashing arrow there is the NDB. That's what we're going to line ourselves up with for that final base turn. And it's directly on the nose now, 30 miles away. I assume it's going to be this little blip of land here, potentially. Menara traffic. Arabia Maroc 370 Alpha A320neo inbound via OBOGA on the OBOGA 7 Alpha arrival QNH of 1015. Menara traffic expecting the circle to land.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, just a bit. OBOGA. You know what, I'm just going to say OBOGA, it's easy. OBOGA 7 Alpha. Let's just say that. I'm going to go OBOGA 7 Alpha. Good grief. Put my teeth in, shall I? Right, 24 miles. Let's going to get busy, so we're going to get auto brake low set. We're going to pop that on as well. I heard a click earlier, I didn't realise what it was. Must have been ignition start. We'll arm the ground spoilers as well. And I'm going to be a bit cheeky, sneaky. Let's go for that. 1014. We'll continue a descent. Continuous descent all the way down, so we'll get feet. OBOGA. The mountains in the distance. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Mild panic. Look at that mountain range in the distance. That is stunning. So if you guys want a really nice scenic place to come and fly into with some stunning scenery, you're about to find it. 19 miles. We're going to fly all of this manually, so let's go. We're ready. Track FPA. Yoep, am I still having issues with the radio automatically switching frequencies, or was it a one-off bug? I do every now and again. I think it's when I'm clicking other things and I'm doing too many things at once, and I might be triggering a couple of keybinds that are switching the radios. I, for the life of me, cannot work out what that trigger is though. 13 DMER, we want to break off. Let's see, nav. Let's go to nav mode for this. So a lot of this is going to be instrument based, so I'm actually not going to be looking at the flight deck too much for this. 16 miles, we want a 13 DMER. Stupid. There we go. Let's start a bit of a turn. 14 miles. Yeah, big ass clenching moment when the sim freezes like that. Mild panic. Let's see. We probably want to go out. 126. Probably about that heading there. About 30, 308, 310. We'll go with 310. Could have turned a bit earlier to hold that 13 miles. We drifted ever so slightly in, but it's all fine. 12.9 DME at the moment. So we're only 0.1 nautical mile away on the DME arc. Aviation simulation, that's why you've selected the ILS. LatinVFR hi, had a similar thing with the radios and squawk. In-game ATC assist was turning itself on and changing it. Don't want to turn just yet. That's that terrain. That's all good. That's out of the way. Look at the blue. It's like, must be with copper and stuff inside of that. Can we see Manara? Not yet.
Traffic Royal Air Maroc 666 Golf, making base turn to intercept ILS for 10. We'll report when established area traffic.
Let's come in by 5. 13 now. It's coming by another 5. We're going to get 5,000 set, which is the next altitude for us. $13 DME still, so we're flying that arc quite nicely manually. We're flying blind on the instruments, so we're just trying to roughly calculate it in our head. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go performance, activate approach phase. .285, sorry. Let's get that cabin secure. Lights, everything are on. Seatbelt signs are on. 13.2, let's come into 270 to cut in a bit more. Drifting ever so slightly by 0.2 nautical miles. Still quite close. And now we want 5,000. 265. 1.8. want 5,000, then we're down to 3,200. 2420. Quickly scribbling on a bit of paper. There's the approach. How are we doing here? Looking.
Marrakech Airport, Welling 8516. We're holding short runway 28.
Brilliant. We're going to have one aircraft coming straight in towards us. We'll do track of 260, but we'll actually allow it to just stay on that for a little while, just to get. We are 0.2 nautical miles left inside of the track, so we're going to allow it to drift back out to 13. The more accurate we can be with this, the easier it becomes. You guys are getting a live tutorial of a circle to land, having not done one for quite a few months, so I hope you're enjoying it. We're going to hold 231, we'll do 230 knots.
Marrakech Airport, Welling 8516, taking off runway 28.
250, so we're now back almost on that 13 mile.
Traffic, Royal Maroc 686 Golf is approaching to intercept RS at runway 10.
Jason,
9 miles out.
just as it is, I suppose. To 240, nice gentle turn round. Let's allow it to reduce speed now to our green dot. Mach 8. 12.9, we'll hold it on 235 for now on a track. 12 miles from the airport now. In fact, there it is, I think. Not sure, we'll find out when we get there. I think that is about right. 12.8 miles, we're at 5,000, that's checked. Let's get our next altitude ready, it's 3,200.
Monera traffic, Royal Air Maroc 686 Golf, established either.
The local QNH is set,
8 mile final
our approach
to land.
data is all
Monera
complete and
traffic.
set. .215, that's holding 13 miles again manually quite nicely. Should be on our 10 o'clock, so yeah. I think that is the airport off in the distance there. Could be that there. Just out of sight still for the time being. No bother.
Monera traffic, is there a Welling still on the runway 28? I'm landing runway 10, 6 mile finals.
No, we departed. We're well away now, so you can land 10, Welling 8516.
PerfectSoft, just after your flight, I advise you to taste a good Tangier from Marrakech. Love it. Radial of 288 is for the finals turn towards the track of 099, so 2728, 288 is just before that line there. The back end of the arrow gives us the radial to the VOR, so at the minute it's 295 as a radial, we want 288, so we're almost there.
Traffic, Royal Air Maroc 686 Golf, 4 miles short finals to land runway 10, Monera traffic.
Let's start the turn. We're bang on 13 miles again, almost, well 0.1 nautical, there we go, there's 13 miles. Computer making me look good. There we go, that's now the radial of 288, so we're going to start the inbound turn to 099. Flaps 1. Oops. Configuration on this section of what we're about to do, guys, is the most important part of this procedure that we're about to enter. .099, that's set. There's the VOR. Monera traffic, Arabia Maroc 370 Alpha is inbound on a track of 099, descending in to commence the circle to land procedure runway 28, Monera traffic. Ever so slightly to the left. Let's come away. There's the runway in fact, so let's come over to 115. Love these complex procedures. Right, so we're going to head directly to the VOR now, which is 9 miles away. We want to be at 3,200 level by that. Then we're going to break off and then fly this visual circle to land with a little bit of a downwind leg. That's a bit better. 099. We are all ready to go. There's the airport. It's giving us a 7-knot crosswind. So of course we're not landing on runway 10. Thivoka, why did I vote for the circle to land? Even the charts were giving me anxiety. Yeah, you and me both. You're not the one doing it though, live. Don't forget to give us a like if you're enjoying it. Got 148 people watching at the moment that potentially can watch me cock up. So, question is, how many times am I going to shout good grief? That's good, that's fine. That's all ready to go. Runway elevation was about 1,500 feet. There's no missed approach information for this, but basically we're going to go back up to 2,420 feet, or 2,500 feet, sorry. We're going to go ahead to that. That's a bad time. We're then going to just commence the circuit again.
Manera traffic, Royal Air Maroc 686 Golf taxi into stand via Charlie 4 and apron Papa, Manera traffic.
All the times for Amazon to turn up, eh? Right. Yeah, it pretty much is a full passenger load. Laps 3, gear down.
I get in your way empty.
Negative, I'm 3 miles from the VOR. I've then got to complete the downwind. I'll report downwind for Arabian Marrkech 370 Alpha. You should be fine.
Roger. If not, I'll break off.
Negative, you go ahead number 1. I'll be number 2 for runway 28 circling. 2.5.
Roger, I'm established on the ILS 60.7 miles.
Gears down. With flaps 3, we'll do flaps 4 when we're on the downwind leg.
Aircraft on the taxiway at Manera, thanks very much for holding.
Here we go. First little glimpse of the airport, by the way, guys. Coming into view now. 1.6. We want a track of 099 coming up. So, feet on the rudder pedals, on the controls. 1.2. Let's reset my views. High control.
Marrakech traffic, Arabia, Iraq.
Let the nose come down a bit. Start the right turn.
4.5 mile final, ILS 310.
Away we go. Passing the VO1 now. Let's see here. We want 141, we're at 13. Kind of hard to see with the nav display not being that bright. I've turned maximum brightness up. There we go, 144. To left ever so slightly to sort that out, correct that. There we go. There's the airport. Manara inbound. PerfectSoft, I hope you're excited. I certainly am. .1 miles. We've got 5.8 to go for the downwind. Let's turn that flight director off now. Autopilot's off, so it does come off. 2,500. Bring that nose up. .1. Jesus is taking the yoke. Love it. Dan's watching me circle, no pressure. 4.1. The charts aren't to scale, basically. Allow that nose to pop down ever so slightly, make a tiny correction there. 4.7. At 5, we're going to start to turn 099 again. We've got that set, so I'm going to be lining up with the blue arrow, turning now. What's the point of circle to land? Good question. Hello, vehicle drivers down below. Queuing up on the roundabout to watch me stuff it. There we go. We're actually going to be ever so slightly left because we've got a 6-knot crosswind.
Marrakech traffic, Arabia, Marrakech 414 is clear, 10.
Full flaps. Menara traffic, Arabia Marrakech 370 Alpha is downwind, circle to land runway 28, finals basically. Menara traffic. 2.8, so that's them reading 8.1 DME. We've got the radial, which is the flashing green arrow here, when that is 009, which is just here. Then we know we need to turn base. Let that nose come down a tad. Airport's all the way off down there, look. Full flaps, landing inhibit mode is on. Camo modes and no blue. Got gear down, full flaps, auto brakes set to low as well. Cool. There we go, turning. In real life, this is probably never used, to be honest. But it's fun either way. Let's see, we want, let's go for a 15 degrees angle of bank, shall we? Because it's a long old turn on finals. In fact, let's go less than that because the runway's here. We've got to clear those buildings as well. There's the VOR needle lining up for us. Do that 10 degrees angle of bank's quite nice, isn't it? Here we go. PerfectSoft, there's the runway, we're visual with that. Let's allow that to just ease off on the turn radius a little bit. Runway needs an emergency buttering. Let's see what we can do, eh? Okay, well we've visualed the runway, we're nice and stable, we're committed, so we can get through minimums. Basically, if we go around, we're going to depart, we're going to climb up with a left turn. There's the runway. Menara traffic, Arabia Marrakech 370 Alpha, visual runway 28, and short finals to land. Look at that, that's worked out fairly nicely, hasn't it? We've got a 5-knot crosswind. 1 red. Sorry, 1 right. Yeah, in real life this would never get used. Perhaps if you're a general aviation aircraft you'd get a circuit, which is basically a circle to land almost, but obviously you're doing a crosswind, downwind and things like that. Let's focus on this funnel approach, shall we? Let's try and get that glide slope back.
500.
Over the buildings. Oh, hello. Got buffered by the buildings then.
300.
I do love a circle to land.
200.
And land.
100.
Welcome to PerfectSoft Menara, guys.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
And reverse screen. 60 knots, we'll get rid of the reverse because the taxiway is a little bit further up. And my brakes. Hello, Arabia Morocco on the threshold there. Camel on the runway. Menara traffic, Arabia Morocco 370 Alpha vacating at Charlie 5, taxi gates, Menara traffic. There's the butter emojis. Just make sure no one's coming. So remember, it's 32 degrees outside air temperature. For that reason, we're going to retract the flaps to flaps 1 only. And here we go, checking out the new PerfectSoft Marrakech for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's get them strobes off. Oops. Fat fingers. Landing lights are off, nose wheel on taxi. We can get rid of that as well. We don't need the wing lights. Let's turn the APU on. It's on start.
Traffic.
Flaps 1 plus F selected.
20 miles from the field.
Randolph, almost perfect, thanks. Peter also got it on drone cam. Oh, look at that. Drone cam didn't like that circling approach, that's for sure. What we'll do is we'll park up. August, hello. We'll park up and we'll explore this new scenery and watch him depart as well. MPS Gaming, good evening to you. Only flaps, basically, they're worrying about, look at that for departure. APU's available. Lead. Let's get engine 2 off as well.
Marrakech traffic, Ryanair Morocco Bravo, everyone from...
So flaps 1 set. Basically, it's 32 degrees, so they worry that if you retract the flaps to 0, they get into the housing, but then swell. Because metal expands and contracts with heat and cold, they worry that effectively it's going to seize the flaps up.
Narrow traffic, Welling 74 Romeo, Zulu, downwind to the runway, 17.1 nautical miles from the Marrakech VOR, if that helps anyone. Narrow traffic.
Let's go to the first officer's point of view, shall we? We're going to have a real good look out the window here. August, why should I spend money on the Mykonos scenery? Because it's stunning. There's Peter, parked up first bay on the right. This scenery has got static aircraft. That's something to bear in mind. As you can see, there's an Arabia that's on top of a static.
Arabia Morocco, 6 pound market is on 13 knots, final runway 10, flight level 3, sorry.
Roland, good afternoon.
32.
Look at that.
And yeah, that's pretty much it, sorry.
Welcome to Menara. Doctor on board, that's good to know. Nice little facts.
Traffic, Osprey 5563 is on a 14-mile final, runways 10.
Is that where the Sim's wanting us to park? I'm not really sure. Park here.
Okay.
Look at that terminal building, guys. Lots to explore, lots to show. Sim Dad, hello. Dan, hello. Right, let's go flaps 0, as Doctor on board suggested, and then when we just park up, we'll go flaps 1 before shutdown. Look at those textures, guys. What do you think in the live chat? Let us know your thoughts. Yeah, an EasyJet. Do like a bit of orange somewhere around the world. Probably going to be far enough, to be fair. Jolly good. Laps 1. Wait till it goes green. There we go, that'll do. That's a stupid logbook. Beacon, seatbelts, seatbelt safety. We've got the new latest version of the toolbar pushback stuff as well. So customizable ground vehicles that all move around with us. What we got here? Let's see. One button. Clicking E, wondering why the drone cam's not moving. We got anyone on finals yet? Catch some land. While we wait, guys, as well, before we have a look at the scenery, you'll all want to see how much butter went on the runway, if any at all. On the 9th person to arrive at Manara today, there was our route. And there was our little circle to land procedure. Actually looks not bad, actually. Looks quite neat. Bit of that initial turn was a bit too tight. Could have done 10 degrees all the way around, 15 degrees all the way around. But minus 271 foot per minute at 1.02 G, so not bad actually. I'm quite impressed with that. Hopefully you guys agree. And here's one on approach. How high should we be looking? Where's the next one? MSFS UK looks good. Wish it wasn't only for sale on Sim Market. Yeah, hopefully it could go on sale somewhere like Contrail, one of our stream partner Contrail, of course. All of the basically Contrail is a new web shop. They've got a fantastic platform, add-on platform as well, which allows you to manage your add-ons, install them all into a its own directory, linked directory, and things like that. And they basically only accept add-ons into their Contrail web shop if it's of a really good quality.
Osprey 5563, 5 mile final runway 10.
There's aviation simulation. EasyJet Sim Pilot, no worries at all. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're well. Keep up the good work, and congratulations. I think you hit 15,000 subscribers recently, I believe.
Maneuver traffic, LEBL Marrakech, 6 mile market, Flybywire gazes.
We're gonna have a good explore of this scenery, guys. We got Philip on finals. And then we got William. Where is he? Can anyone see him? Paul. So the blurry runways, that's a thing thanks to Sim Update 5, sadly. They've done it for the Xbox stuff, where everything only comes into sharp focus when you get close, which is really annoying in trying to show off how fantastic the scenery is. Here's Philip. What we can do...
Maneuver traffic, LEBL Marrakech, 6 mile market, 3 taxi 79.
is just come a bit closer to him on touchdown, like so, and then chase him up the runway. We'll do taxi bay cam, like Ascot, the races with the horses. We'll do that. Still a bit blurry. Here he comes. Yeah, it's sadly a level of detail issue in the sim. Nothing to do with the scenery. Hopefully, the new world update coming soon will fix that, because I think they've said that there's going to be level of detail improvements. Once Philip's down, William's going to be a couple of minutes. We'll follow Philip in for touchdown. Better be a butter one. He's in our Osprey channel livery, of course. Beautiful, look at that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the marketplace, the in-sim marketplace myself, because it's full of trashy stuff as well, like all the record 3D things. There we go. Here's your first proper look at the new Marrkech Scenery by PerfectSoft. Got a couple of minutes before William comes in. Look how fantastic the textures are. Look.
Available Marrkech 6 on Marrakech, sorry, I can't counter-texted Sun 10, said sorry about that.
We've got the car park. We'll start at the entrance. Down here at the roundabout, look. Some beautiful scenery. It really is fantastic. I mean, look at that. PerfectSoft. I haven't had a look yet. Does it have an interior? Or somebody asks. Little animated person. Oh, he's disappeared. He got camera shy. Oh, there he is. His textures are just so stunning. I mean, look at that. Love the design of those sort of metal rivets and stuff all on the terminal building. I mean, it is stunning, isn't it, guys? I'm sure you can appreciate. We all appreciate good scenery when we see it. Oh, hello, is that David? Spotted. Oh, look how stunning that looks. Don't want to miss William on finals. Just have a quick check of Lanta. Still outbound, I think. Look at that. It's really good, isn't it? This is why I'd love to see this add-on on Contrail. And look at the detail here with the way that end of the building here, the terminal curls round to the ground. Let's go under the air bridge, over the truck.
And last but not least, Monero traffic running 74 Romeo Zulu 11 mile final runway 10 Monero traffic.
Look at that. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Nice to see it busy. Quickly go over to get Will. The only tip, the only thing I'd like to see different would be these taxiway signs here being moved onto the grass off the runway itself. Unless they're there in real life, I'm not sure. I haven't checked to see myself. Come on, William. No pressure. Nick found on a few VATSIM events and a pushback tug starts pushing my plane. That's a bug actually at the moment with Flybywire. There's a bug that's noted on their GitHub servers. The commentator, there's a thing on the forums at the moment to try and upvote better quality control checking on the MSFS marketplace. Sobo have said that they are not doing it, but if enough people vote for it, then they've got to. Of course, at least have a little look. PerfectSoft, if you want to help with the giveaway, then do drop me a little email. Just reply to that conversation we were having the other day via email, and we can sort something out for next week perhaps. Check also the Tower Airport area. We'll watch William land, and then we'll go straight to that tower then and have a look. And don't forget, let me forget as well, guys, I need to get the group photo screenshot of us all having arrived at Marrakech. once William gets in. Where are you? Gonna see him buzzing the buildings in a minute. Ryan, beautiful scenery, must pick it up. Yeah, it's really nice. Certainly for somewhere in North Africa, gives you that bit more of an option rather than just doing Europe all the time.
Traffic Welling 74 Romeo Zulu, 4 mile final runway 10. Please look away, Monero traffic.
Okay, I'll look away for you. How long is 4 miles, guys? Couple of minutes? So give it 30 seconds. He'll be focusing on landing. We'll get the camera back up.
All eyes are on you, William. Oh no.
PerfectSoft, okay, awesome. We'll I'll get a giveaway put together then over the next few days. Here he comes. Yeah, before I forget, don't forget to drop in on Discord and let us know that you're there, so we can add you into the club lounge, our members only lounge. Yeah, grass is a bit sparse, so I imagine that is the norm in Morocco, of course, as you say. Here he comes. Dan, I think, was asking, what rule did you put in a VMR to make Osprey appear if it can't match anything else? So you know when you look at VMRs, there's a couple of generic ones. It's just match rule, and then it's the aircraft. There's nothing about airline codes. You can then basically put one of those in with the British AvGeek livery, so if it gets confused, doesn't know what to match, it can just put that one in. There we go, look at that. Don't know what you're worried about, William. Absolute butter, right on the touchdown markings as well. Like a pro.
Thank you.
Nicely done. Right, let's go and check that tower area. Some nice little maintenance areas over there as well, look. Excuse the drone camera getting swiveled around really quickly. Where is the tower? My thick. Is that the tower? Oh. Oh, wow. Look at that. I assume that's where the executive jets go. That looks rather posh. Osprey Regional could go in there, I'm sure. Royal Air Maroc Flying Club.
Welling 74 Romeo Zulu, vacated runway at Charlie 4, taxiing to the gate. Monero traffic.
So I assume this is the Moroccan Air Force stuff over here. Wow, it extends quite a bit off into the distance up there, the base. That's really nice to see. Think about the external bits, the environment around the airport is always nice. Here's the tower area. Is there an interior? Let's find out. Ah, we don't need an interior. There's a lot to this. It is really very good. And for some nice North African journeys, this is perfect. Oh, hello. Right, let's snap back to the terminal building, shall we? Who's the EasyJet over there? Is that one of ours? Or is that a static? I mean, look at that from a distant view. With William taxiing in as well. This is like a helicopter view, if you like. Hopefully William goes next to me because there's a stand available there. Don't turn right now. And that'll look fantastic. I mean, look how good that is. We can appreciate fantastic scenery, can't we? Just got to try and get a decent group picture, a screenshot. Oh, look at that. It's like he's watching. Love these textures. And what's nice is the fact the city is right around the airport as well, so it actually brings it to life quite a bit. There we go. Mirage jets. Looks like it, doesn't it? Let's see. It's probably a good one here, isn't it? Can't quite see Manara.
Cool, I'd always go next to you.
Let's see. Trying to get the level of detail issue out of the way, if I can. Like so. Get us all fitted in nicely. Asanul, loving the scenery as well. Is there anywhere you guys want us to check out? Like this last little section of today's stream. If there is, let us know in the live chat. Oh, hello, that switched. Why's my door not open? There we go. I was looking at the EasyJet thinking that was me. Whoops. Oh, look at this. That's great. There's all our pilots today, plus the statics that flew along. Hope you guys have all enjoyed the little flying today. The stairs have written off my aeroplane. Brilliant. There's a couple of the guys as well down the bottom end here. Misma's asking to look inside the airport. I don't think there's an interior, guys. I'm not ever that fussed about interior, of course. Yeah, no. Not in that section. Look at the sign. Do you want to see it at night time? I could quickly change the time to night and you guys can see what it looks like at night. That's quite cool. Look at that. There's no interior, but wow. Let's quickly go to night time, and then you guys have seen it, both sections of the day and night. Oh, now look at that. Spectacular, isn't it? Under the moonlight as well. Especially with the city in the background. Brilliant, it's great to have you flying along as well. Glad you enjoyed it. Always good to hear. Screenshot from this angle. There we go. Tomorrow, guys, we're going to be heading from Sao Paulo to Brasilia, about an hour and a half roughly. We're going to be heading to Brasilia, of course, on the VATSIM network with a few other folks, so be sure to join us tomorrow. And then Friday, I'm going to be bringing you guys some live content with the brand new, due to release, Pilot Plus Bristol Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that's well worth looking out for as well. Lots of content coming up on the channel, of course, as always, so be sure to click subscribe. Say cheese. Make sure you give us a little thumbs up and like before you head off today. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. Thanks everyone flying along. Thanks to PerfectSoft for the creation of the fantastic scenery and sending me a copy. Yoep for becoming a gold frequent flyer. Very warm welcome to you. And Dan as well for your little super chat for me to get myself a little Magnum. In the meantime, guys, as always, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of today. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Take care and bye-bye.
Bye.
See you later.